did you pick it up? There was a bullet in your hands from the moment you picked it up. You picked it up to look more holy. That's why I know you're not a Christian. You know who came with the name Christian? Was it Domitian or Nero? It was an insult. Go get the Christians. They called themselves walkers in the way. They called themselves, Nero called them, they called themselves, I'm calling myself something else. I don't need to be called by what you say. And then everybody named it Jamie. You must be out your everlasting. Ever-loving mind, God called me and he said you're a supplanter, deliverer, ambassador, and representative of God. That's what my name means. However, always and gift of God. That's my middle name, right? But however, don't be jealous. However, I'm not the walker in the way. I'm not the Christian. What I am is a winner in the way. And I say it so I can walk in it. Why? Because I meet with God. He became my Matthew 18:20. I worked hard for that thing. And then now because I have a Matthew 18:20, I can have a 17:20. I can speak to mountains and watch them be removed and cast into the sea. Cast themselves into the sea. Ain't nothing casting itself into the sea over you. You speak to that mountain. It looks at you. It laughs at you. Tell the truth. Then y'all both turn around and start watching TV. You got bucket. What kind of popcorn should I make this time, mountain? You sitting on the couch, hugging your mountain. You are making you should be making the two with me, right, husband? Except you make the two with your mountain, and then you wonder why you cannot. You are unable to bear fruit. I said it. I said, God, I said, this feels like Ephesians 3:20 feels to me like either somebody that does not really know you that well to speak of you, and he didn't. What Paul did was beautiful. Paul gave you a picture. That's why the Bible's a map, because our learning of God is supposed to grow and become better and better and better. And he said, Ephesians 3:20 is, we're going to meet the God that is able to do. But I will not have a husband and be looking at him, hey husband, how are you? I love you because you are able to do this for me. Better yet, will you have able to do in your vows? Will you marry him? No, but I will marry the Herman that is able to do this for me. Will you marry Herman? No, I will marry the Herman that is able to do. You're not marrying, communing, spending time with God based on who he is, but based on what he can do for you. I will not entreat and get the God that is based on his hands. Because what you end up with when you seek the God based on his hands, what you end up with possibly is having the same God that will smack you when he needs to. You marry a prostitute, right? Based on their hands. Y'all like the way he menages my tois. So you marry a prostitute based on what he can do with his hands, right? And just like he did that with his hands, he will smack you too. It's easy, right? If you marry somebody based on what they can do with their hands for you, you must take them and accept them for what they also can do to you. Don't you have to? You married me based on a title, not on the attributes that I carry. Do you even know God's name? Do you know his name? Do you know his name? Then say one name. Say one name. I don't care. Pick one. Say one name. Say one. Pick one. Say one. Don't ask Google's either. And I'm telling you, Siri's don't know. That's just my bet on it. Siri's don't know. Sirius? I don't know her name is. Y'all know Siri though. Don't ask your best friend. Y'all ask go to Siri to ask her to provide your needs, because she knows more about what's going on with you than anybody else does. It's easy for you to go to Siri and ask her what you should do about a man that will not listen to you, right? But then, you don't you know her name, right? You don't know God's name, and you want him to do it. You want to bang God like a drum. The thing is, you don't need a drum at all times. So don't want you to get it twisted. I'm not talking about banging the drum out of necessity. I'm talking about banging the drum because you're in a drum line. It's for funsies. I'm just playing around with people, playing around with the kids in the house. You only bang a drum when you're having fun. You never need to bang a drum unless you're a drummer. You want to bang God like he's a drummer. You don't ever need to bang him. And you're not going to come bang him. You're not going to commune with him. What you want to do is bang him. Come in, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and get out quickly. You want to come in and touch all his soft spots and then get out of it just as easily. You want to do the nasty with God. You know, I know you do. It's just like me. When's the last time you prayed and asked God in the midst of you praying and thanked him and asked him to just continue being him? When's the last time you thanked him for just starting the day? Ain't okay, nobody start a day like you, God. You do a clock. You got up my day. I know you can't do it. You know why? Because you're too busy asking for the God that is able to do and not the God that is. Not able, not to, not do. I'm taking all of that out of it. I still respect what Paul did because God respected it. And we needed somebody to stand up and say something. And Peter wasn't saying it. So God took Paul. He said, I'm going to take this man right here and I will instill him with the faith. He's a Jewish man, whatever it is. Gentile, I know what he was. I know he's bald. He took that bald Paul, had him stand up and read and write and say, hey, we need to get with the God that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above, because they were looking for a God that could make ways out of no way. That's why I was able for them. It was easy for them to walk in the way, right? Be a walker in the way after God did it. After they got the scripture for it, and God did it, they applied the word, and God did it. It's easier for them to walk in the or being a walker in the way because they saw God do it. God is telling you you can be a winner in the way. It should get better and better, sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. But as the days go by, you get more and more complacent. I know everybody's sad over what just happened, but those kids were delivered. You're the one that we gotta pray for. Those kids were delivered. They were martyrs, right? They're martyred. I can't say they were martyred as we see martyrs, but I'll tell you this much. They didn't have a way to stand for. There was nothing for them to stand for, but we don't know how many of those kids are Christian. I don't even know what grade the kids were in, how old they were. I'm not discussing it anymore. I took a ride with somebody to the pool yesterday, and I discussed it with them because I was in their car. I want to be rude. No, I'm not discussing it anymore. Sovereign will. God has a sovereign will. He allowed it. It happened. You did it. He allowed it. It is so. It's done. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Nobody cares. Moving on. You weren't in the way before it happened, and you're definitely not walking in the way now. What you are doing is getting in everybody's way because you are calling yourself a Christian, and you ain't leading nobody to find the way. The way is here. He's walking around, and you will not find any. You won't lead anybody to find the way and start walking in it. What you will do is getting in everybody's way like a clown. We don't want to look at you, you bobo, and your big red nose and your red shoes. Sit down somewhere. He said, if I be lifted up, I will draw. He said, you only got to do a couple things. He didn't say you got to Matthew 18:20. He definitely didn't say you got to Ephesians 3:20. What he did say was you should be Matthew 17:20. He gave you all that you needed because he said because of Romans 3:23, he said I have the now Lamentations 3:23 for you every day. Because he's Lamentations 3:23 for you, you have all that you need to Matthew 17:20, right? If you need more, I will give you more. I'll call for it. And as a result of Matthew 18:20, God will allow you to walk into some Matthew 17:20, but you can do it without it. But there's nobody these days that is walking in 17:20. Everybody's walking in their own way. The Bible said, God said to me the other day, he said, Jamie, this ain't nothing but the time of the judges. What was it, 2 weeks ago you told me this, guy? 2, 3 weeks? He said, Jamie, this is just the time of the judges. I said, okay, bye. I'm not about it, but okay, bye, I'm going to sit down for the conversation. Because we continue to talk all day. I'm an open vessel. That's the point that Paul was trying to make of staying and remaining single. See, it's not that being single is of God. It's not that God favors it. God favors you having what you want. But here's the thing. He wants you to be at the point where you can have what you want and have him just as easily. And right now I get it because I'm single. But I know there's somebody that I need to share with. That's why, one of the reasons why I'm on here every morning. Because there's somebody I need to share with. They're just not listening yet. I think they're stuck in Zimbabwe on the Zimbabwe bus. They ain't made their way to Obadiah Circle to get to England, to walk inside of one of those red phone booth boxes so they can get on the train from England. Come on down with Bob Barker, right? On down to Canada or Blaine, Canada, right? One of the two. I need them to come on down to Canada so they can meet me at Maryland. Take to the boat. You'll be all right. Jesus didn't he? He was on the boat, and then 1 minute. different. Easy, right? See, the thing I looked at it earlier, Jesus, God told me, he said, James, me, people think that they should be able to get up and walk like they got this, got it together, and got it going on. You took God out of schools. It's your fault. And it may not be your fault specifically, but I promise you, whether we had that thing in, Pastor Darla said, it's something in Boston. I don't know. So y'all watch these. I don't. Whether it was that thing in Boston or that thing in wherever that thing just happened with the kids, right? Somebody, those two individuals, I promise you, they went to school where they were not singing My Country Tis of Thee. Because I'm 44, and I think by the time I went to high school, they had, in my high school, I don't think they were singing it. I was doing, we would say the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would do the announcements right afterwards. That's why I know we weren't singing it. But we were magnet school, so I thought they had continued doing it at the other schools. I just thought they stopped doing it at my school. Either way, y'all let that woman, that stout, old, funny-looking woman, get up and go to the government and take prayer out of school. You got taken out by one woman. One woman did it to you, and as a result of that, oh God, you got people walking around killing kids as a result of that. You ask God why he does that. He did nothing to you. You take him out of the schools. He's a gentleman. He's gonna bow out for you.